If you are currently enduring a toxic or abusive relationship, you are not alone. Millions of women find themselves in these dire circumstances and wonder how to free themselves, and what will happen to them when they do. This book is for battered women who are prepared to put in the work to escape an abusive relationship and prosper. If this is your situation, or that of someone you know, this book is for you. This is your survival guide for regaining your sense of dignity and self-worth. It will also provide you with the tools you need to move on and never turn back. Allow me to act as a trusted friend, taking you aside in private and offering you sound, practical advice. Each woman's path is different. At one end of the spectrum are women who fear for their lives because their partner is physically violent, psychologically abusive, or both. At the other extreme are women who are simply beginning to question their long-term personal happiness with the partner they've chosen. There are lots of situations in between. Only you know your situation and the many nuances it entails. Everyone's timing is different as well. Some women are just beginning to question their current situation, while others have been working hard for a long time, on their own or with their partner and/or a counselor, to find a way forward separately. Wherever you happen to be on your journey, I hope the information, lessons, stories, and strategies I share here will be of value to you. Many of the things I write about come from my own experience. Some from the experiences of others I've talked to, and some from experts. All of it is shared in the hope, the belief that you will come out the other side of this experience stronger, smarter, and happier than you were before. Just as there are no perfect marriages, there are no perfect divorces. Let go of what you perceive to be the right way to leave your relationship, the right time to do so, and the right amount of time to spend on healing from this relationship. Explore your options and find the best solutions for you and your family. You will have to make tough decisions along the way, especially if you have children to factor into the equation. If you're lucky, both you and your partner will want what is best for them. If that is not the case, and you must fight on behalf of your children to keep them safe, you will need a strategy for you and your children's life transition. That's when it is time to call in the experts for help. I wrote this book for women who are ready to escape an abusive relationship. Although I developed this book for women, men may be in abusive relationships as well. I do not intend to exclude men from reading this book. Men are just not the focus. My goal in writing this book was not to be the only expert you need. Divorce is a complex process. Therefore, you are likely to involve lawyers, counselors, financial advisors, and other professionals to assist on your team. To begin, and to know what steps to take, you must prepare yourself emotionally and intellectually for the process. When you are subjected to trauma and suffering, you must repair your wounds in ways modern society cannot. You must understand your feelings and those of your children, and you must have a grasp of how the process works. This is where Don't Turn Back comes in as a useful tool. Well before I researched and considered writing this book, I went through my own divorce. My own story, although it is singularly and undoubtedly different from yours, underpins everything in these pages. My personal experiences are the reason I wrote this book in the first place. I wrote this book as if I were having a painfully straightforward and loving conversation with a friend, with no hint of judgment or persecution. I spent years suffering in silence and felt alone in my situation. I clung to a relationship that was becoming more and more violent and unhealthy every day. Why don't I just leave? I remember asking myself. When I look back on it, I know it was because I didn't see a way out. When you can't see a path, you can't follow one. If I can illuminate your path out of a constricting and harmful relationship, then I have done what I set out to do.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.